Can you connect a USB microphone from a video game like this Rockband microphone to your iPhone or iPad using your Lightning to USB adapter? Well, in this video, you're going to find out. Let's go. Hi, my name is Pete. This is Studio Live today, and welcome to my new series, Will It USB, where I connect USB devices using our Lightning to USB adapter to my iPad and my iPhone to see if they will actually work. And today, we're testing something pretty interesting. It's my Rockband USB microphone. Now, if you're not familiar with Rockband or Guitar Hero or all of the music games that were around probably 10 to 15 years ago, they all had these sort of peripherals. So that a lot of them used USB connections like this one to actually connect into your PlayStation or your Xbox. So what I wanted to test is, can we actually connect this up? Is this going to be class compliant? Will it connect to our iPad using our Lightning to USB adapter? Let's take a look. Now, if you're new to connecting USB devices to your iPad or iPhone, the Lightning to USB 3 adapter is pretty much an essential piece of kit, and there's a video linked down in the description as well as a link to where you can pick these up if you want to learn more about them. But in essence, what we do is we can connect up any USB device and then connect the Lightning end into our iPad or iPhone so that we can take a standard USB device like this microphone and hopefully use it to record our voice into GarageBand or any other app here on our iOS device. So before we plug in this microphone and test it out, I've loaded up Audio Share Audio Recorder here, which is a very cool app. It's only a couple of dollars and it includes a very good audio recorder. So what I'll do first is just record some sound here using the onboard microphone of the iPad, just so that we can compare and make sure that it is going to actually come through this microphone. So I'll hit record. This is a test of the onboard microphone here on the iPad. We'll hit stop on that one. And here's our waveform. Let's hit play. This is a test of the onboard microphone here on the iPad. We'll hit stop. Yes, and then we'll hit stop. So you can hear there that, yeah, the audio is coming through okay. It's got a little bit of that background noise and it doesn't sound particularly great. But what about if we plug in this microphone now? So we'll grab our Lightning to USB adapter. We'll plug it in this end here, like so. That's plugged in. And nothing's going to happen here because there's no lights, there's no on-off, there's nothing here on the microphone. But all we're going to be able to do is kind of test if this is working. So what we'll do is we'll go back to our audio recorder here, and it's a good sign. It seems to be coming through here. Let's now hit record and see if we're actually getting our sounds through this microphone. This is a test using the Rockband USB microphone. Now we'll give it a couple of taps. So those gentle taps will hopefully tell us that we are definitely coming through this microphone. Now there's our signal there. Let's play this back now and see if we can hear the difference and if this has actually worked here. This is a test using the Rockband USB microphone. Now we'll give it a couple of taps. We have success. So it has actually used this microphone. Now, what's the quality like? Well, at first glance, because I was talking directly into that, we were getting some pops and clicks. And I've talked about pop filters before. That's probably what you'll want to use if you're using a microphone like this. But what I'll do now is let's do a quick test of me singing into this. And I'll make sure I'm getting a decent distance so that we're not picking up all of those pops and clicks. And we'll give it another try here. Okay, so I've queued up a song of mine here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try recording the vocal for this using this microphone. So here's the vocals as they sound at the moment through this microphone, the AT2020.
What's the matter with people these days? They're trying to...
All right, so what I'll do now is we'll record over the top of that. We'll come back over to here. We're here in GarageBand. We will queue up this recording. We'll come in here to our microphone. And make sure, yes, so USB channel selected, check, 1, 2, 3. If we turn monitoring on here, check, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, that's coming through okay. You're getting a lot of pops and clicks, but if I make sure I'm a distance from the microphone, I'm singing over the top of it, I think we're going to get a decent kind of sound here. So let's give this a try here. I'll turn off this microphone and just try this with the Rockband mic.
What's the matter with people these days? They're trying to be something more. They're worrying more about what people say than who they can do something for. We're trying to have a society here, but they only care about how they appear. What's the matter with people?
Okay, so we'll hit stop, we'll turn monitoring back off there, and we'll come back to our track view on this track. So there it is. Now you can see here that it's recorded at pretty hot, so the level going in from this microphone is quite high, and that's to be expected from a lower quality USB microphone. So we'd need to probably get even further away and make sure that we're not getting too much signal into there. So we may come through pretty loud here. Let's just solo this vocal first and take a listen to what this is going to sound like.
What's the matter with people these days? They're trying to be something more.
Yep, so you can hear there that I'm definitely still popping, so we would need a pop filter with this. It's not doing a great job of stopping those plosives coming through, so we need to make sure that we have a pop filter in front of this or be even further away. But you know what I'm actually surprised by? I'm surprised by the low noise that we're getting from this. So, yeah, it's probably not going to be a bad option. Let's bring this back in here to the mix and see what it's going to sound like here.
Worrying more about what people say than who they can do something for.
So yeah, a little bit overcooked, a little bit too much sort of volume and distortion on that. But I think, again, if you got further away from this, it's actually going to be pretty good. So what would my recommendation out of this be? Well, it definitely works. It plugs in and it powers on. So that's a good thing. And it actually gets a pretty good sound. It's got a reasonably good low noise floor. So if you're in a secondhand store or you see one of these online for $10 or something and you don't have any USB microphone, I would recommend picking one up because it seems to do a good job. Now, there's other microphones that came with GarageBand, not GarageBand, with Rockband, with Guitar Hero, and with Rockband 2 and 3. This is the original Rockband microphone, so there may be differences in different ones you get, but yeah, it seems like these sort of things are pretty generic. They seem to be class compliant, and they definitely work here in iOS. Now, I'm just jumping in here to point out a couple of things here that I forgot to mention in the original video, and that is that if you do want to adjust that input gain, I've had good luck since this video by turning down the input gain here on GarageBand. I've also tested it on the iPhone because I know some folks may want to ask, does it have enough power to use the iPhone? The other thing to keep in mind is if your iPhone or iPad doesn't have a headphone jack, you're not going to be able to monitor because there's no built-in headphone jack on this microphone. So if you've got an iPhone 10 or 8 or 7 that doesn't have a headphone jack or one of the newer iPads, then you're not really going to be able to use this for multi-tracking. You can still use it for your videos and for other apps and for voice recording, but for music, it's going to be hard to do without being able to monitor. So there you go, just a few additional bits of info. Let's go back to our original programming. If you have devices that you want me to test out here and find out will it USB, drop those in the comments down below because I'd love to test them out for you. There's 2 more videos linked down there as well. You can subscribe by clicking or tapping on the Studio Live Today icon, and I'll see you on the next video.